to our business office.
Good morning. Hello, I'm Luisa, and I'm going to be helping you with the health insurance and all the supplies that you're going to need this year.
Hello, good morning. My name is Candy, and I'm going to help you with a lot of stuff. So I guess you will come back later to find out what's going to be that.
Good morning. I am Veronica. You can call me Vero, and I work here in the business office with all kinds of things, but mainly with the janitors work. And if you need repairs, if you need to do a quick fix in your classroom, you can come and talk to me. I also do the accounting for the school, so we'll get to know each other better when you're here. Bye-bye.
I told you we need to talk a lot of stuff in this office. First thing we're going to talk is about insurance. Luisa, she's going to be helping you with insurance, but I'm going to explain you how's the procedure here at the school. It's a little bit different than in the States. Normally in the States you don't take care of the insurance, but here in Guatemala we are going to be your insurance, or we are going to be the ones that are going to help. First, we need to talk about when you come here, you're going to sign up for your insurance. That's going to be the first day. So we are going to be sending you a form. You can see this form, and we are going to be sending you this form so you can fill it out and send it for us before you get here, so we can have all the paperwork done for you. As soon as you get here, since August 1st, you're going to be covered. Normally the coverage will be 75% of all your expenses, including hospital, medication, doctors, visit, appointments, and normally 75% what they reimburse. And also there is a deductible that is for $50, and the school is going to cover that in your first claim. Hopefully you're not going to use the insurance, but in case you do, you need to call us first. That's one of the main rules when you get sick in this country. We try really hard that you don't get sick, but in case you start feeling sick, you need to tell us what are the symptoms. And it really doesn't matter. You're going to have our phone numbers, and it doesn't matter if it's 1 in the afternoon or 1 in the morning. We want to know that if you're not feeling very well. Sometimes you already know your body. Sometimes you said, oh, it's a cold, it's a normal cold, I don't need to go to a doctor, I'm gonna be fine a couple days, and you can wait. But in cases that you said, like, I really don't recognize the symptom, I'm feeling like feverish or icky body or things like that, you need to tell us. As I said, we work 24/7, and we really want to take care of you. So first rule, if you feel sick, you need to call us first, and we'll tell you what to do. Normal things that will happen, it's if you have a stomach issue, we'll ask you to give us a stool sample. It doesn't matter if it's your house or here at school. We're going to take that to a laboratory where they are going to give us a result that it will show if you have, I don't know, maybe it can be an intestinal infection, or it can be amoebas or something like that. If you feel different symptoms like feverish or your throat, maybe a throat infection, we also have the service of an ambulance that has doctors that will come to our office at school all the time that we require them. So if you're feeling sick like that, we can call the ambulance and the doctor will come and check on you. So all the decisions about doctors, and we recommend doctors, and we normally will go with you with the doctors, just because normally there is not doctors that will speak English, and so for translating purposes we'll be with you. And normally we will take care of all the paperwork too for the insurance. What we ask you is that normally is you have to pay front, and then you will get reimbursed. So when you get sick, you have to be ready for pay those expenses, and then you will get reimbursed for the insurance from the insurance. So those are kind of the rules from the insurance. You will get to know more about it as soon as you sign up. You will get a card or a card, and you have to keep that in your wallet for any emergency that you can have. When there is issues that you need to be in the hospital, sometimes it's common when you get sick of your stomach that you get really dehydrated, and so just for precaution, the doctors ask you to stay one night or a couple hours at the hospital with an IV. And I don't want to scare you, but those things happen through the year for the teachers. So we'll be with you, and we just ask you to help us to take your medicine in case you get prescribed, and to take care of yourself so you don't get sick and you don't need to use the insurance, or just don't feel sick. So that's insurance information. Hi, now I'm introducing you. This is our supply request reform. Normally here at the office, I will have normal supplies. Folders, pencils, erasers. I have some craft supplies that I can give it to you right away. I have envelopes, I have binders, books, notebooks, shredded paper. And normally we keep all the supplies here, like the paper for the photocopiers, the ink, and toners. All those things are here in our office. And if you come here, I have like glue and tape and masking tape, color paper, and if you come with a list, I can just give it to you right away. But sometimes you have projects in your classroom, and we really want to make your classroom to work out and to the kids to have the resources. And so we have this supply requisition you can fill out, and I need to know the date that you are asking for, and I also need to know when you need those supplies. It's very important that you place those orders a week ahead that you're going to need them. Normally, it's Luisa that she will do errands to find out those supplies, or one of the janitors, and we'll send them to find those things. But here in Guatemala, it's a little bit different than in the States. I know in the States you can go to one store and find everything. Normally here it doesn't happen. We have to go different stores to find different stuff. So that's why we need a week in advance. And if it's something that like you forgot to ask, you have to try it. We have it here, but if we don't have it, it will be hard for us to order or to ask for it. Normally, you will have the chance to ask the parents for a supply list for the beginning of the year. And normally, you already have some ideas the other teachers left for you, and so you can see there what you are going to be asking to the parents and what you are going to need for yourself, and so you can come and ask for that or for a specific project. Please, one of the rules is not that you probably are going to the market, to Walmart, and you said, oh, I need that for my class, and you decide to buy it. Well, I'm not going to be able to reimburse if you do that. We have to be very organized. You need to come first to us and ask. You can let me know where do you see that product, and I will send somebody to buy it, or we can figure out what to do. That's the way it will work. We need to first approve it, and then we can buy it for you. Sometimes sometimes the projects are bigger, and sometimes are going to be expensive. So probably we can decide if the school is going to pay for everything, or the parents can pay for half of it, and the school will pay for the other half. It depends on what you want to do. I don't want to give you limits. We work with budgets, but we are always willing to give our teachers what they need so they can have those classes and they can teach the kids in a better way. So those are the rules for supply requests. If you have any questions about this, you can always come to the office. Also, this year we will do something new. Our elementary principal, will have to approve those supply requests just to make sure what you are using is effective in your class. So we'll do those things in the office. She's gonna be in charge of the repairs in your classroom and repairs in general at school. But we have this form, and so you can leave this form in my mailbox, or Lisa's mailbox, or Vero's mailbox. You can give it to us. And why? Maybe you are asking right now, or you are asking yourself why they want everything written. Well, we have a lot of stuff to do in the office, and we don't want to forget about your requisition. So we really ask you to. Maybe we are talking. You're going to tell me, oh, something is broken in my classroom and I need you to fix it, and I'm going to tell you right away. I'm going to say, oh sure, I'm going to fix it, but probably 5 minutes later I'm going to forget about it. So that's why there is this form. This form applies for everything, desk or something on the ceiling, or audio, or anything, you can write it here and give it to us, and we'll try to fix it as soon as possible. Also, if you see like something that is broken, that it's missing around the school, we are going to ask you to report it, because sometimes people, they don't report it, and we don't have the way to find out that something is not working very well. Just a quick example, we normally don't eat at the cafeteria where the students eat, and so if one of the microwaves is not working and you know about it, the students are telling you, but you are not reporting it to us, there is no way we can find it. And so we need you to report those things, even though they are not in your classroom, but they are in the common areas. Let us know. Thank you. I'm going to talk to you about visa. When you are going to fly to Guatemala, you're going to get the stamp at migration office, and they are going to give you 90 days to be in the country. This 90 days means that you are a tourist. And so you are not coming here to work, you are coming here to volunteer, but those 90 days are just for a tourist, so we cannot use that while you are here. So what we need to do is work on your criminal records in the States, so I can request the visa here in Guatemala. I'm going to tell you the steps, and hopefully you can figure out what to do while you're in the States right now. So you're going to a office, police station. You can go to an office that can give you criminal records. You're gonna make sure those criminal records have a signature, because I need a notary to authenticate that signature. After that step, you're going to send those criminal records to the Secretary of the State. You're gonna make a little paper saying that you need that criminal record to be authenticated by the Secretary of the State in order to ask for a 2 years visa in Guatemala. When you get those papers back, you're going to bring it to me. After that, I'm going to work with the lawyer here, and we're going to put everything together, all the papers that you need, and you will have to travel to the city twice. First time to present your paperwork and request your visa. And the last visas that we placed, it worked perfect. We got them in 3 months. The visas that we applied for the teachers 2 years ago, they never came out. Sometimes we are really blessed with like Migración is working really well, but this country has so many changes on their of the government offices that sometimes I cannot confirm with that you're gonna get that visa in 3 months. Hopefully this time it's gonna work like that. And so you bring those papers, and I'm going to be working with the lawyer. I'm going to be asking you for signatures and some information that it's also in the form that we will send you, and so we can request your visa. Visa will take around 3 or 4 months normally, and there's going to be a time that your tourist visa is going to expire. So we are going to do a weekend trip that normally takes place on middle of October. To Tapachula, Mexico. School is going to pay for everything. School is going to pay for the bus and food expenses, and we're going to get to stay in one of the nicest hotels in this area. It's a neat area where you can do some shopping. We're going to leave Saturday morning. We're going to travel there. It takes like around 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours to get there. We're going to stay there on Saturday and come back midday on Sunday, and we will be back in the afternoon. So I will try to give you like a month notice when it's going to be this trip, and we normally request those, like, you need to do those trip with us. There is no, like, I know you can tell me that maybe you have a trip or you want to do it by yourself. I don't recommend those things. It's really hard to get to the border. It's really hard to get by yourself, and so not recommending, and we normally take care of that situation. So we'll let you know when this trip is going to happen. So those things are, while we are working your visa, we are going to try to keep you legal in this country. We cannot pass the 90 days. So also, if you're going to do another trip going back to the States or something like that, it's going to be okay. You can report those things to me, so you don't need to leave the country and through Mexico. if you have more questions, I guess you can send me an email about your criminal record. So as soon as you come here to Guatemala, we can work with your visa, banking stuff. We are going to open a account for you here while you're in Guatemala. It's a checking account, so you're going to be able to have checks and also a debit card. We normally work with a Banco Industrial. You're going to get to see the branches around the city. And that's where you're going to pay your donation. That's how we call it, every month. And we are going to set up, like when you come here, we are going to give you the schedule for the dates that you're going to get paid every month. So, because in this office we don't answer the question, when are we going to get paid? That's why we give you a schedule and you can find out the date every month. So you're going to receive a transfer. As I said, you can use your debit card or you can use checks to pay your rent or things like that. When you come here, I'm going to ask you to fill out the paperwork. We are going to have it ready. Guatemala, they really like papers. You're going to sign a lot of papers first, and second, the signature is very important. The signature will have to be done like the way it's in your passport. If not, they're going to be rejecting your checks. You're not going to be able to cash your checks. So just be careful with those little things. So you're going to get that account. This bank give us some services, extra services every month, and one of them is that you are going to be receiving text messages. We are going to register your phone number, so you're going to be receiving text messages in your phone every time you use your card, every time we put money in your account, every time you cash a check. And so you have to be careful, because if you start receiving messages that you are using your card and you are not, it means somebody probably stole or cloned your card, so we'll have to report it. If you lost your card, you need to communicate with me. Doesn't matter if it's weekend, we need to cancel your card. Because somebody can be using it. And in this country, it's very common about the clonation. Other of the services that the bank includes after the text messages is the insurance. You're going to be paying an insurance. So if something like this happens, you will get reimbursed. It will take a couple of weeks, but you will get reimbursed if somebody is stealing money from your account. There's several ATMs around the city, but I'm going to ask you to use the ones that are inside the malls, because those are safe. There's always people around, because normally if you go to those ATMs that are just in different places, it's where the cards can get cloned. So for yourself, you can take money out of the ATMs. Any problems with your card, any problems with your account, you can come and tell me. You have another service that I will show you how to use, and it's you will have a online service. You can check your account there. You can do transfer there. You can recharge your phone from your account. So I will show you how to do it, and I encourage you to check that account once in a while, just because so you can be checking that you're getting the money that nobody's using your account. So that is the information for the account. Also, separate from that, you're going to be receiving a benefit. I know you already read about a $50 savings account. And in the past, we were opening a second account to be saving that money. But the bank now have a new rule, and they said that if you don't have your 2 years visa, we cannot open the savings account. So in order to get the savings account, you will have to get your visa first. But school is going to be saving those $50 for you every month until you can open the account. In case something happened and we cannot open your account, school is going to keep saving that money, and we'll make sure you get that money after your contract is done. So that is the way where you're going to get paid every month and through the bank. And talking about that, I'm going to talk right now about payroll. I'm the one in charge doing payroll, and in payroll we are going to reimburse you for Spanish benefit. I know you are going to get a Spanish benefit, and so that's a benefit that you can start using here when you get here. You can find teachers, we can recommend some, or our former teachers can also tell you what teachers to use. We always said that you should wait at least for a month to be here and then to figure out your schedule for start receiving the Spanish classes. But we really encourage you to do it. We have like the teachers that you're gonna be using. They're gonna be giving you like receipts, and I need to get those receipts, and you can put it on my mailbox or bring it to me, and I'm gonna be reimbursing that money at the end of the month. So if you're gonna get a deduction in your check for any reason, it can be like mail charges or any other type of medical charges or something like that, it's gonna be shown in your payroll. Every month you're gonna get a receipt in your mailbox that you can see what you receive in your account. If there was a deduction, you can see what deduction was for. If you have questions, you can come to the office for that. Sometimes we have months that we need some extra money or we were short in our expenses. If you have money problems, always come and talk to me. You can request an advance. We don't recommend those, because then at the end of the month you're gonna be you're gonna get less money. But in case you have an emergency, we can always try to help you with those situations. So you can come and tell us from your paycheck or your benefit every month. In case you were paying loans or credit card in the States or things like that, we can transfer money to the States. The limit is $250. You need to fill out this form, and we can set up how many times you want to do it. You want to do it through the whole year. Well, you can send some money to the States or just make a savings there. You can send $50. You can send $100 to your account in the States, and we can set up so it can be like at the end of the month. And I'm gonna be doing this deduction also from the total of your paycheck. And sometimes there's special cases you need to pay a bill, so we can send more than $250. We just need to talk and figure out what to do. So any questions about payroll? I am here. There's 3 benefits that you're gonna get, and I know you already read about them in your contract. First one is Spanish benefit. You're gonna get 1,200 quetzales in classes. Normally teachers will charge 40 or 50 cubes per class per an hour. So I guess you have a decent amount of money, so you can spend in Spanish lessons. How to find the teachers? Well, we have some that we can recommend, or former teachers can help you and tell you what teacher works best. Or also it depends on your needs. You want grammar, you want just talk, just practice. It depends on that. So we can figure out that when you get here. But you can get that benefit. The teacher will have to give you a receipt. That's kind of, you are gonna pay front and for every class, and then you're gonna bring those receipts to me, and I'm gonna be reimbursing that money to you in your payroll, and your check. Also, professional development benefit, it's $700 per year, and you can use on different things. I know the amount is not a huge amount, but you can pay an extra class sometimes online. I will need a receipt from that class. Also, what we normally do with those classes or with this benefit is that you need to talk to Michael first about it. Just because it needs to be kind of related to education, to what we do at school, and or that you can use that money. So, or for an extra class or something, a book, or that you are using on your classes online, we can figure out how to pay that. Normally for teachers, I will give it to reimburse you in a transfer, in a check. Dollars normally, because you pay those benefits we pay those benefits in dollars. How it works better for you. And the travel benefit, this is going to be used until next year, but and you can, if you are going to sign a 2nd-year contract, you're going to get a round trip, so you can visit your family at the summer and then come back. And if you're leaving, you're just working for 1 year and you're leaving, you're going to get one way home. Home of record, that's how we call it. It's how we quote. On April 2019, I'm going to be asking you what's your home of record that we take as the last place that you were leaving. And so we ask you for your home of record, and we will do a quotation on April. So you're going to fly at the end of May or June, and so we'll reimburse that money. Also, this money will be attached to all your or everything needs to be done with the school in order for you to get this benefit. It's going to be given to you in a dollars check to be cashed in the States. Or if you don't have a way to buy your ticket, if you're short of money and you need the school to pay for that, we can do it. We can pay with our credit card and give you a benefit. We just need to talk about it. So that's the benefit that you are going to be getting at the end of the year. Mail. We don't have a regular system here for mail, so if your family, your friends want to send something, you will have to ask me or for a special address. And pound will cost you $8. So in case you really need somebody to send you something, make sure you know that you will have to pay that bill. Normally it takes around 2 or 3 weeks to get the stuff here in Guatemala, but that's the only way that we have right now. If you have papers, very important papers that need to be signed, or credit card or something that you need to get here, sometimes we can find people that it's coming from the States to visit, and so we can send that stuff to this person and they can bring it to us. Yes, we have DHL in town, really expensive. They charge for one envelope around 450 quetzales, that means like $60. So only if it's an emergency we would use it, but I think the most common thing is that this other service that I'm offering to you, and it works through the school. So $8 a pound if somebody needs to send something. Sometimes your parents want to send you gifts. Sometimes they want to send you cards. Make sure you let them know that it's going to be expensive because we don't have a regular email or a system from the, a national system for email. And the last one that I'm going to talk, it's about this, about you're going to get a set like this with your name and the class you're going to be teaching. There's several, I'll say some keys. Normally you're going to have the key for your classroom, and normally what you're also going to have is the key for the laundry. We have laundry services, and you're going to get this and probably another couple dollars more that you need to open in order to get to your classroom. So this is very important. Since they are common areas, I'm going to ask you always to lock your door when you are not in your classroom. And we normally don't give it to the students to go just to take things out. Sometimes the teachers have to, put a piece of to hang the keys all the time here. In case you forget your keys at home, the director or the principal will have a master set that the ones that you need to run in the morning. You need to remember that sometimes they're going to be busy, so the first thing is not going to be open the door for you, but they can help you with that situation. Worst case scenario, they cannot help you. You need to get into your classroom. You can come to us and we can ask one of the janitors to open your door. Make sure you always have your keys here at school. And in case you lost this, it's really hard for us, and so we'll have to change all the locks that are related to your keys, because for security issues, we don't know who will get those keys in their hands, so we'll have to change those things. So please be careful with this. You're gonna get them since the first day, and you're gonna give it to me back the last day of school. If you have questions, why are those little things, those little keys, or why I have this one, I can let you know. If you need another key because you're gonna be teaching a different class and you're gonna be in a different classroom, well, we can put an extra key in the set, master set. Okay, so those are the rules about keys. And I forgot about laundry. So you have the laundry services. We share that area. There is 3 washers and 2 dryers, and they are open for you to come and wash every day. Normally the teachers do every day. You need to figure out, I guess, teachers sometimes because you will get to know where they are located. They are in the building down the hill. That's how we call it. It's where middle school is, and so it's kind of a little bit far from the elementary and administration building. So you need to figure out when to do your laundry, what time, and there is baskets where you can put your detergent and your and things like that, and make sure you have enough, and make sure you don't take anybody else's stuff to wash your clothes. Be respectful. There is going to be a lot of signs there that it says, please put my clothes in the dryer, please not. Sometimes there is specific rules for some clothes. So through the year, through the first 2 weeks, you can find out that information and be more be more aware or specific about how to use the laundry for all the teachers. As always, I said, in the common areas, be respectful of the staff that doesn't belong to you, and so we can keep working in a good environment. So those are all the instructions that I have for you.